Sorry about that. I had to grab my microphone. Clip on. Whatever. I like your video, and I totally agree with you. I think I think it spreads way further than just the eating disorder movement. This whole entire country has now become unoriginal. And it's like, this is the new thing. This is the new thing. And there's always a new thing, new and improved. And I think that's the thing with us Americans. We are taught that what we have is not good enough. We always need to be improving. That's not necessarily true. I know I never, my parents, anytime when I was growing up, that, like flares, when flares came back in style, and I started wearing the flares, I knew that's, that wasn't new. My mom and dad wore those. And having had this world be around for, years and years and years and years and years, we won't go into that because that's a whole other debate. But we know it's been around for quite a number of years. People have tried just about everything. A real, bona fide, original idea has yet to be made in my life. You know, you can always draw a new picture or whatever. I mean, but when it comes down to like real stuff, there's nothing original. This world is not original, especially us as a nation. We are not original. Nothing anybody does is original. And what we do is we take something, the newest fad, and we blow that up. It's like, ooh, this is the new thing. And before long, that's old. Because we can't handle anything in moderation. If a cool song comes out, we can't just be like, oh, that's a really cool song, and listen to it every once in a while so that it doesn't get old. What we do is we play it every like 3 or 4 songs. The radio stations will play a new popular song every 3 or 4 songs, it seems like, over and over and over till it's just old and nobody wants to hear it anymore. And that's what we do. We take something, we use the hell out of it, we use it to death, and then we throw it away like yesterday's news. And that's because we are such an unappreciative nation. We don't appreciate shit here. And as for the tips and tricks and shit, people gotta get a life. You wanna know the best tip or trick for weight loss? And this is the only one that has worked and proven to work time and time again and doesn't fail. And that is diet control and exercise. A healthy diet and a healthy amount of exercise. That's it. You can twist that around however many ways you want to, but somebody's already twisted it like that. I can guarantee you. I thought I was real slick when I came up with a few of my tips and tricks during my sickness, and they weren't slick. People have done them. People have done this shit. When you have illnesses, especially, these people are sick. Sick people find a way to manipulate everything. People in America also, another thing they want is they want everything right now. That is why they cannot be satisfied with the answer of a healthy diet and a healthy amount of exercise. That can't be right because they need to lose the weight right now. They cannot handle the idea that it's not gonna happen overnight. We're impatient. Everybody is impatient. It's the way we are here. I mean, it's actually pretty disgusting. The way this world has evolved, because everybody is like bred to look at what they don't have and look at what they need to get or want to get or what will make them happy. I'll be happy if I get this. 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 And it's just this cycle. I'll be happy if I get the newest car out there. Well, by the time you get that car, you drive it around for a week or so, it's not new anymore. You're going to see a cooler one. And if people would just learn to be happy with what they have, be grateful for it, and stop thinking about themselves so fucking much. We're not, yeah, I said the F word. We're not that important, you know? That's one thing I've learned, because I have a lot. In America society, yeah, I'm poverty level, whatever. To me, I got a fucking lot. I'm 21 years old and I have more technology in my house than a lot of people do. And I might be poverty level. I might not bring home, 100 grand a year, 60 grand a year, whatever. But I bring it home. It's mine. And I have the eyesight to do that. I have my ears work. I hear just fine. All my fingers work, all my toes work. There's people out there that can't see. They can't hear. They can't move. And and it just trips me out how these I don't know. I'm probably like going way off your topic, but the reality is what people want is to be like everybody else, yet to be original. And that doesn't work out. That's an oxymoron. Um, you can think you have the greatest tips and tricks in the world, but you know what? That tips and tricks thing, while you're thinking you're so great by helping out with these tips and tricks, that's horrible. Not you specifically. I'm just responding to your idea and talking to the public as a whole. So when I say you, I don't mean you specifically. But anyway, you're giving out tips and tricks. You're helping people die, whether you believe it or not. Number one. Number two, they're not original. Anybody with half a brain can figure this shit out on their own. Um, but like I said, they don't want to take the time. They want everything handed to them. I don't know. It just pisses me off the way America is. I mean, weight loss isn't going to come on a silver platter, people. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take dedication. It's going to and these tips and tricks that people have, to lose weight real quick. Yeah, sure, they might help you lose weight real quick. But it's not going to last. And you're not learning anything. By following all these tips and tricks that I heard and that I thought I was so smart for coming up with on my own, but then I found out that I didn't come up with shit on my own. Now that I am in recovery for anorexia, or trying, I find that that's all I know. I don't know anything about a healthy diet and exercise. And if I had at one point just taken the time to learn just a little bit about healthy diet and exercise and be a little bit patient and not been so damn impatient about, oh, I want to look this way right this minute, that would have saved me years of pain, a lot of physical damage, and a lot of emotional pain. And I see that now. I would have known the healthy habits. It's trial and error. And I'm in major error. Anyway, I don't know if really that was what you meant, but just thought I'd post something. You're cool.